Hey, how's it going out there today, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Coming to you today with some breaking news. Trucking M&A is on fire right now. Like I said the other day in the last Trucker News, if you own a brokerage, be prepared to get an offer. Even if you've ever brokered a load, I think you could get an offer. Just start a brokerage. Collect millions of dollars. Let's get to this story I want to talk about today. If you guys have not heard, Hub Group, the big, logistics player, mostly known to me for containers and, doing logistics for like Walmart and stuff like that. Big group, big company buys brokerage Choptank. You guys know Choptank. If you're in the game, you've run a Choptank load before probably. They buy Choptank to enter refrigerated over-the-road space. So everybody's got to get into that reefer game, right? Everybody's getting into the reefer game right now. Get into that reefer game, everybody. I've been telling you for years it's the way to be. But, hey, they'll come and they'll go. They'll come and they'll go. I'm here for the long haul. It's a $130 million deal, like it ain't nothing. $130 million deal offers Hub strong cross-selling opportunities, company says. There we go. Transportation giant Hub Group Incorporated said Tuesday it had acquired truck brokers Choptank Transport, which specializes in refrigerated transportation, for $130 million in cash, a move that puts Hub in the over-the-road reefer business for the first time. The transaction, which closed on Tuesday, creates strong cross-selling opportunities for Oak Brook, Illinois-based Hub Group on the NASDAQ as HUBG. Company executives said in an analyst call after the deal was announced, Hub over-the-road business focuses on dry van and LTL. Its customers have never had access to over-the-road cold chain services. Executives say Choptank, based in Preston, Maryland, on the state's eastern shore, is expected to post $470 million in revenue in 2022. It's historically grew its top line by 10%. So they're on an upswing. Hub executive expect to produce mid-teens revenue growth post-acquisition through a combination of Choptank's top-line performance and cross-selling opportunities. Choptank's 400 employees will join Hub. Hub already has substantial presence in the refrigerated intermodal space. It announced Tuesday that it will add 550 intermodal reefers boxes to reach 1,000 refrigerated containers. That's what Hub Group's going for. So there you go, guys. Big business buying big business. You know the old saying, they little bank takes, or big bank takes little bank, right? Let's see here. Let's read this one real quick. Transaction highlights. Expands Hub Group's brokerage business to over $1 billion of revenue with substantial presence in dry van, refrigerated, and LTL. So there you go. Hub Group's going to have $1 billion brokerage now. Whew. The big get bigger. Is that good for us or bad for us? I typically don't take that as a good thing. It says, adds leading North American provider of non-asset refrigerated transportation services, advances Hub Group's position in the refrigerated space while serving its customers' growing cold chain needs. That's propaganda. Adds a best-in-class brokerage technology, also propaganda. Choptank's experienced management team will remain with the business. That's good. I don't want to see anybody lose their job, just because some big business wants to come in. Now we'll see how that shapes up in the future. You know how this goes. It's all honeymoon right now. It's all rainbows and roses. Give them 6 months. They typically, they like to cut the cost when nobody's looking. It says, in connection with the transaction, Hub announces plans to further expand its refrigerated intermodal container fleet. There you go. That's what they say. Let's see. Choptank, an industry-leading provider of non-asset refrigerated transportation solutions since its founding in 2000. So they're a 21-year-old company. Choptank's been around for a while. Choptank has achieved one of the fastest growth rates in the industry with its expansive network of over 20,000 carriers throughout North America, specializing in chilled and frozen solution. So there you go. That's what's going on. It says the addition of Choptank is an important strategic I can't say that word. Milestone toward achieving Hub Group's goal of over $6 billion in revenue by 2025. They said this deal will put them over the $5 billion in 2022. So, hey, they're just $1 billion away in 3 years. They'll be there, man. That's nothing. $1 billion. To grow your top line by $1 billion, to grow it by 20% in 3 years, I don't see that being a problem. I don't see that being a problem. So, yeah, you know, it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big deal. You know, it's like, I'm not a fan of everything consolidating. Typically, that does not work out well for us truck drivers and small carriers. You know, I'm just saying, like, if you're looking to get bought out, now may be the time to pop off, you know, and get bought out. You know, if you're in that realm. It says cash consideration for the transaction of $130 million was funded by cash on hand. So Hub had $130 million laying around saying, what are we going to buy today? We want some new shoes, or do we want Choptank? Let's take Choptank today. We'll get shoes tomorrow. So let me get back to that. I was trying to read that, how they paid for it. Let me see here. This thing's jumped on me. Whoa, man, that's a long article. Yes, I accept your cookies. Now let me get back to my article I was reading. Okay. Cash consideration for the transaction of $130 million was funded by cash on hand in connection with the acquisition. Hub Group granted contingent compensation to the owners and senior management team of Choptank to incentivize the retention and drive continued growth of the business. Choptank expects to generate $450 million in annual revenue this year. Whoo, them boys making money over there. Them boys making money. They did a conference call explaining it. If you want to listen to that, go online. You can find that. An audio replay will be available through the investors link on the Hub Group website, hubgroup.com. This replay will be available for 30 days. If you're an investor and you want to find out more about this, check it out. You know, I'm typically not an investor in the trucking space, you know, and I'm not a financial advisor, but I got to tell you, with all this M&A going on in trucking right now, I'm definitely starting to look at some of these smaller companies that are publicly traded in the transportation industry because, you know, these big boys, they got cash. You know, they're flush, man. They're looking for something to buy. The Amazons, the Hub Groups, I mean, who's been buying up everybody here lately? I mean, look at all these names out here, you know. They're coming for them. They're coming for them. They're going to buy up all these small to mid-size brokerages and carriers. So definitely something to look into if you're an investor. Maybe think about that. I don't know. Check it out. That's what I've been looking into a little bit. I ain't found anybody yet, but, you know, when they're paying 30% above asking price on some of these deals, like, I mean, I don't know what Choptank was worth before the deal. I think they were a private company, but, I mean, man, to make 30% in a day or two is good money. So, you know, I'm looking into it. But anyway, guys, that's the news for right now. There'll be more news to come. This is the channel for trucking news. Check out that link down below. If you made it this far, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, think about being a subscriber. I got merch down there if you want to wear some of my merch. Check it out. It's funny stuff. Until later, guys, take care of each other.